Assalamualaikum and good evening. My name is HIDAYAH binti MUSA and my matric number is 20210. This is my partner NURATHIRAH binti JULAIHI and her matric number is 20059A. Today we are going to talk about agriculture sustainability. Our presentation today will cover about what is agriculture sustainability, crop rotation, integrated pest management, IPM, and our conclusion. So, what is agriculture sustainability? Agriculture sustainability is the means by which we ensure that our food and fiber production system are able to meet the needs of current and future generations. This means conserving nature resources, protecting the environment, and ensuring the economic viability of our farms and rural communities. The two ways that contribute to sustainable agriculture are crop rotation and integrated pest management. What is crop rotation? Crop rotation is the practice of planting different crops sequentially on the same plot of land. As you can see, the image below shows planning for 4-year crop rotation. It starts with legumes, continues with grains and fruiting vegetables, and the last crop is root veggies. How does crop rotation contribute to agriculture sustainability? Different crops require different nutrients to grow. The same essential nutrients will continue to be drawn out of the soil if we keep planting the same crop on the same land. That would require us to spread fertilizer to add them back in. However, crop rotation can help reduce the amount of fertilizer needed because various crops also release varying amounts of nutrients back into the soil. Both the fertilizer itself and the machinery used to disperse it emit greenhouse gases. For your information, the use of synthetic fertilizers in agriculture has been continuously rising over the past few decades, and this is the main cause of N2O emissions due to the expansion of agricultural lands. Industrial farming is also to blame, particularly regarding annual crops like grains and vegetables, as farmers frequently over-apply fertilizer to increase yields. Thus, by using less fertilizer, we consume less fuel and emit fewer greenhouse gases. Crop rotation also reduce pesticide and herbicide use, which can bioaccumulate in animals, particularly predatory birds. Pesticide use is reduced since pests cannot establish large populations because they do not have a consistent food source when crops change from year to year. Pest reproductive cycles are also disrupted by agriculture changes, preventing pest populations from rapidly increasing. Then I will pass to the next presenter.
Thank you to Nur Hidayah. So today I will present about integrated pest management, which is IPM. IPM is sustainable because can control pest management tools such as chemical, biological, physical, and cultural tools. Next. It also can reduce the risk from pests and the strategies to minimize overall economic, health, and environmental risks. Next. How does IPM contribute to agricultural sustainability? IPM can be good for the environment because can provide protection to the beneficial insects as pollinators, such as wild bees. Next. The research by Pasenka in 2021, it page 4, the higher rate of wild pollinators visitation driven by lower insecticide use resulted in correspondingly higher watermelon yield. Next, the graph is shown the wild bees will appear more with the IPM method compared to the conventional management. It's also enhanced the pollination process and increased the yield of crop. Next, how does IPM contribute more in the agriculture sustainability? It also can increase yield and low cost. The techniques are sustainable and reduce cost more than the traditional practice. It is because the efficient use of chemical pesticide. Next. According to the Journal of the Entomology and Zoology Studies, the IPM practice can reduce the pest outbreak in producing cotton crop in India, leading to an increase in yield and benefit cost ratio. Next. You can see the graph from this article. The yield of crop increased with using IPM practice in 2017 until in 2018, same as the average. The benefit cost ratio, the show highest value with IPM and reduced cost for the farmers. Next. In this table, we can see the yield was increased and the cost for the farmers was reduced and the profit are increased too. Next. In conclusion, we have discussed the point for crop rotation and IPM in relation to sustainable agriculture. Next. Before I end our presentation, let me recap back the two ways that contribute to sustainable agriculture, which are rotation crop and IPM. From the slide, as we can see, the crop will introduce new nutrient and reduce pesticide and herbicide use. Next, IPM also have helped to maintain sustainable agriculture since it's good for environment and increased yield and low cost. The quotes from Yoweri Museveni, you cannot, for instance, sustainably protect the environment if the majority of people are still in primitive agriculture, leading to the encroachment of forest reserve. Next. This is our reference. That brings me to the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening. If you have any question, you can ask me later.